Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearances of the Week. This is Wednesday, March 30th, 2022. We'll be giving you all the first appearances in your comic shops today. Now this week we have a pretty good lineup of first appearances. I think we have 6 first appearance titles, 4 honorable mentions, so 10 titles all to go through. Definitely some books in there that you want to add to your collection, so let's go ahead and get started for the first appearances of the week ending April 1st, 2022. First up from Boom Comics, Something is Killing the Children number 21. This features the first appearance of Gabby, potentially a new recruit to the Order of St. George. Now, as you guys know, Something is Killing the Children is an incredibly popular franchise, and the streaming series is coming soon. That's going to add a lot more steam behind this, get a lot more people interested in this series. So anytime there's a first appearance of a new character, you want to pick these up and add to your collection. This is the first appearance of Gabby. Maybe a new recruit to the Order of St. George. This is one you definitely want to pick up. Next up from IDW, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 127. This features the first full appearance of Venus de Milo in the mainstream Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle universe. Now once again, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, incredibly popular franchise. Anytime there's a first appearance of a new character introduced in the comics, these are issues that you want to pick up and add to your collection. It's almost guaranteed they'll trade for more than cover price in the future, so definitely pick this one here up. Next up from DC Comics, Batman Beyond the White Knight number 1. This features the first cameo appearance of Robin, a female of Mongolian descent working under Red Hood. Now, this is the first cameo appearance of Robin, not the first full appearance, and this is the first appearance of this character in this subset title series, Batman Beyond the White Knight. This is not one of the tentpole series, Batman or Detective Comics, so it really depends on what DC does with this character. If they bring this character across other title series, introduce this character into streaming series, feature films, TV shows, what have you, then the character might have a little bit more interest. Right now, the fact that they introduced this character in this subset title series, in our opinion, is not that big of a deal, but it depends on what DC does with this character. But it has also been reported that cover A, the main cover of this issue, was very underprinted. So the fact that this is a low distribution, a low print run, may have a little bit more value going forward than the cameo appearance of Robin. This is one that you may want to pick up the spec on. Like I said, more for the underprinting of cover A than the first appearance of the character. Next up from DC Comics, Sensational Wonder Woman number 1 special. The solicitation references the Throne of Doom. This is possibly a new character. We really don't know if this is a new character until we get the book in our hands. The books come out today, so we'll actually have a little bit more information later on today. But as of now, if you want to pick this one up, you definitely want to do a little bit more research on it before you do so. If this is a new character being introduced into the Wonder Woman universe, it might be worth picking up the spec on. The Wonder Woman franchise, very popular with collectors, but this, once again, is more of a subset series, Sensational Wonder Woman, than the actual main title series. So once again, it all depends on what DC does with this character. This might be worth picking up the spec on, but we do think you have some time on this one. Next up from DC Comics, Shadow War Alpha number 1. This features the possible first team appearance of the Demon's Shadow, and it also features the death of Ra's al Ghul. Now, this is one you may want to pick up the spec on just because of the death of Ra's al Ghul, more so than the possible first team appearance of the Demon's Shadow. Once again, this book comes out today, so we don't really know if this is actually the first team appearance. We need to get confirmation on that once we get the book in our hands. But as of now, we do know this features the death of Ra's al Ghul, so this may be worth picking up the spec on just for that. If this is the first team appearance of the Demon's Shadow, once again, depends on what DC does with this team as how important that'll be going forward. So in our opinion, this is a speculative bet. Pick it up if you can. If you can't, put it on your B-list. Take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, x-cellent number 2. This features the first appearance of new x-cellent members, possibly Whoosh and Fluff. Now, we always say pick up any first appearances of new characters in Marvel Comics. This is no exception. Now, we really don't know how important these x-cellent characters are going to be in the Marvel Universe going forward, but it might be worth picking up for the cover price, $3 or $4, and you get a first appearance of a couple new characters. And, you know, Marvel, Disney going strong with pushing out feature films, streaming series, TV shows. So to pick this up for $3 or $4 to have a couple first appearances is definitely worth it in our opinion. Pick this one up if you can. If you can't, put it in your B-list, but definitely keep an eye on this one. And now for the honorable mentions. From DC Comics, Batman FaZe Clan number 1. This is a one-shot promotional collaboration featuring FaZe Clan, an esports gaming organization popularized by social media content and high-profile partnerships. Now, we also saw how the Batman Fortnite collaboration went. Those books very highly collected, very popular with collectors, and trading well over face value. So this one here, in our opinion, is definitely worth picking up for a speculative bet, but it is a speculative bet. It really all depends on how well this is received by collectors. But for the cover price, we think this is one worth adding to your collection. Pick this one up if you can. If you can't, put it in your B list, but keep an eye on it. Next from DC Comics, DC vs. Vampires number 6. In this issue, the identity of Vampire King is revealed. Now, this one here is a speculative bet, in our opinion, if you choose to pick it up. The identity reveal of Vampire King may not be all that important in the future. This is a DC vs. Vampires title, so this is not a mainstream title for DC Comics. But this one here, like I said, it does have an identity reveal of Vampire King. This is a speculative bet at best, in our opinion. Pick it up if you like, but otherwise put it in your B list. You do have some time on this one. Next up from Marvel Comics, Amazing Spider-Man number 93. Ben Reilly is teased to take on a new identity as Chasm. Now this one here, in our opinion, is definitely worth picking up. Ben Reilly, if he does become Chasm in this particular issue, like I said, we won't know until the book actually is in our hands a little later on today. But if Ben Reilly becomes Chasm in this issue and he takes on a whole new identity, definitely add this one here to your collection. Do a little research on this before you pick it up, but in our opinion, for the cover price, this is worth adding. And finally for Marvel Comics, Dark Ages number 6. This is a debut of Miles Morales' alternate reality symbiote suit prior to merging with Carnage. Now once again, in our opinion, this one here is worth picking up. This is a debut of an alternate reality symbiote suit. This is the first appearance of this particular suit, and it's going to be worn by Miles Morales. Fan favorite character. In our opinion, this issue is definitely worth picking up for the cover price. If you can't though, put it on your B list, but keep an eye on this one here. We do think this is worth picking up. So there you have the 6 first appearances and 4 honorable mentions that we have for you guys this week. Please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.